Hi, Jacq Hackett here with another Friday Thought. Happy New Year to all of you. I've just returned from 2 weeks in Los Angeles spending Christmas with my sons, which was just really marvellous, and I hope whatever you've been doing, it was a great break for you as well. So this morning I returned to the gym after my break. So it was the first session of the year for me. And I had a session booked with my trainer, and while her sessions are always tough, I kind of secretly harbored this thought that, I could ease into it this year, just at the start. But it must be denial that has me forget that every year at this time, what she does with all of her clients is does the dreaded weigh-in and fitness test, just to set the goals for the year, monitor where things are up to so we can set goals, etc. So that was actually what was in store for me this morning. So, weigh in on those fancy scales that tell you all sorts of things you really don't want to know, especially after 2 weeks in the US in the festive season. And then a fitness test of, a 1 kilometre row followed by 2-minute challenges in each of sit-ups, push-ups and squats. So, that was what my morning was, harder than I anticipated. But, it got me thinking about this reality check that's at the start of the year. And it's some of the things I do in my business is I like to get a bit of a reality check at this time of year when we go into the new year. And especially I like to do this around my financial goals that I've set for the year. Now, when you make the move to consulting from employment, I know a lot of people find this hard. I certainly did at the start. It's a real adjustment to going from a salary regularly coming into your bank account every fortnight or month to a project-based system where you get paid in sort of bulk payments. So for every project, for example, I might get 3 payments for the whole project over the life of the project, 3 to 6 months. So it's a real adjustment, and it can really cause anxiety when you're kind of trying to figure out, am I actually earning enough money? How's it all going, etc. So one of the things my mentor advised me to do when I first started out was to set financial goals for the year at the beginning of the financial year. Now, I do that every year. And so what I like to do at this time of the year, which is kind of the halfway mark, is I like to review those and see where I'm up to. So the system she taught me was very simple, very straightforward, but actually it works pretty well, and it's the same system I still use now. So essentially what I do at the start of the financial year is I figure out how much income I want to bring in over that financial year. Now that'll be different for everyone. So for me, when I first started out, my goal was to earn roughly the same kind of income that I'd been earning in the role I had just left. So I really wanted to know, can I actually make a go of this consulting lark? So that was my goal then. And of course, it's changed over time. So once I've set for the year how much income I want to generate, then it's a matter of figuring out, how many consulting days, how many fee-earning consulting days is it going to take me to earn that? And then, how many days a month is that going to add up to? So, for example, if you decide you want to earn $150,000 and your daily rate is $1,200, then that's going to be 125 days a year, or roughly 10 a month, that you need to work in a fee-earning capacity to generate that income. So what I then do is I set up a spreadsheet, a very simple spreadsheet, that I then start to map every project that I win against that original financial goal. So, for example, the project I had won just before Christmas, I add that in. It's very easy because for every consultancy proposal, you actually have to prepare a plan that says how many consulting days you're going to spend and when you're going to spend them. So you can plot it 2 to 3 months in advance every time you win a project for the time frame of that project. Now, the really good thing about that kind of system is that it avoids some of that real day-to-day anxiety that can occur when you're really not sure where you're up to financially, because you've also got all these other things that you didn't have before. You've got your own taxation to pay for, you've got the costs associated with running the business, etc. And so sometimes it can be hard to keep track and to keep a check on that anxiety about whether you're on track or not. So this kind of system, very simple, but that's what it does. It allows you to see, I might have a quiet month this month. Maybe I've only got sort of 4 or 5 consulting days to do this month, but actually I'm on track, so I can probably enjoy that quiet. So that's what I'm doing this week before I head back into consulting work next week. Just having a reality check on my financial goals and to see where they're up to. And if you've just started out in consulting, I really encourage you to set up a similar kind of system to avoid that kind of financial worry and anxiety. And I wish you every success in 2018.